Hey everybody, it's Shell, and I decided to make a video of I'm gonna do my makeup, just try out a look, and just kind of talk a little. Um, so I'm stationed in England, and right now I'm by myself, which is a very big change for me as I have had a kid with me since I had turned 17, and now I don't have my kids with me. They are safe and they are very happy where they're at. I get to talk to them every day, multiple times a day, and I'll hopefully be seeing them in January. But I wanted to bring up so a lot of people have a hard time during the holiday season, which is coming up. And being in England too, well, apparently it was decided that we're just going to lock down again. So, yeah, we got that. And I mean, it is what it is. But there's myths, and I say myths because they don't have hardcore evidence of domestic violence shooting up during the holidays. And it can be a very, very stressful time if it's either like the kids are home more or your spouse is home more, whether male, female, whatever. And it's just a lot more stress on you that, I mean, when they're at work or away or whatever, you're not worrying as much. But yeah, so I just thought I would talk on it a little. I'm no expert. One day I hope to be. But right now all I can go off of is my personal experience and the experiences of growing up, what went on in my life. So it's as domestic violence victims, we feel absolutely closed out. We feel like we have nowhere to go. And I mean, in your head, that's completely true. And it may be really hard to find someone anyways to like confide in, or maybe you think for whatever reason, like it's not that serious, maybe like, oh, well, he was just playing and he shoved me a little, those kind of things. And then it just gets more and more. And just know during the holidays, it will get rough, but there are still many support systems and they work on the holidays. A number, if you are experiencing some of this, is 1-800-799-SAFE or 7233. So that is a good resource. You can talk to them and they can like give you more resources closer to where you actually are. It's location dependent. When I was a kid, there was a place called the Hope Place where I know mothers and their children could go. And there's always like homeless shelters, or they have DV shelters. And those are like, I know you probably don't want to because you'd much rather be in your own house. And I completely understand that. But it's always an option. And sometimes, even though it is really hard, just leaving is the biggest step for you and not going back. And obviously can't guide others, but if you're able to get out of that situation and like kind of take a step back and realize what's going on, you might be like, hey, wow, this isn't normal, you know? Like, I feel like this shouldn't be happening. And you're probably right. And I pulled up some statistics here because I like numbers apparently, and all about domestic violence. And when I'm speaking about this, I mean, this will say in the statistics, like talking about the male numbers versus female numbers. But if you are a male and you think because you are a male, you aren't being like a victim of domestic violence, you can be. It's maybe not as heard about, but most of the time you're not going to hear about something when people are like fearful, like they'll feel weak. But anyways, when 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men will experience physical violence or sexual violence or violent stalking behaviors from an intimate partner that will lead to injury, fearfulness, post-traumatic stress disorder, use of victim services, and contracting STDs. So it's obviously reported more in women, but that men don't feel like it can't happen to you. It can, unfortunately. And a lot of times it says that weapons are used, and unfortunately, the most common age of people who are abused are women between 18 and 24. And it's very unfortunate because when we're this young, I'm 23, a lot of people are scared to leave, and you're like afraid of leaving what you know, and you really don't know about all the resources. And of course, in those situations, it's kind of hard to like be wrapping your head about it, but having a game plan is the best plan out there. I don't know how many times, thankfully I'm not in the situation anymore, but how many times that I was told to make sure I had like, I mean, military calls them 72-hour bags, but that's what they are, 72-hour bags. And it's just a bag with, mine was a few clothes for me because I really did not care, and I wear my uniform to work every day. And it was anything I would need for the kids. And it was hidden away, and it was very hard because we shouldn't have been struggling financially, but we were. And packing away like things like diapers and formula is kind of hard, especially when you have a little newborn baby who, like, sweetest kid ever, but Jesus, if I wasn't like tending to the other 2 kids, he was eating. And I love my little chunky boy though. But yeah, having a 72-hour bag is, in my opinion, it gives you like, it's kind of like a safety net. Like, they say it's never gonna just happen once, and I didn't want to believe that, but when it did happen, I was sort of prepared. And I was like, you know what? As long as I have stuff for my kids, that's all I need. That's all I'm worried about, right? And for either party, male, female, whatever, for me, especially with kids involved, it was never a goal to take my kids away from their parent. It was a matter of needing to make sure they were safe, because that's my only priority. It wasn't about my safety. And I've shared with people something that I wrote that I'll share one day when my kids are older. But all I was worried about the entire time was their safety, and just to, like, you know, make sure that my kids are good. And like, it was a very terrifying feeling, but now they're in a safe space. I will get to see them soon. They're in the military. There are tons of resources. You just have to call out for them. It's the same in the civilian world. And yeah. I'm just looking at more statistics. 1 in 15 children are exposed to intimate partner violence each year, and 90% of these children are eyewitnesses to the violence. And I know in the military, if a child is present, that they can be asleep or anything, and an incident happens, you will get investigated for child neglect. And it's kind of like a terrifying feeling, knowing that you think you're doing, I mean, what you think you should be. Like, you want your kids to, like, you know, be with their family and everything, and then being told, well, you know, you're being investigated for this, this, and this. And you really, like, you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't think it's that serious. They weren't hurt, you know, they were just in the same house. But that's how it goes. And really, the kid's safety is the most important factor. So, or in my opinion, that's what the most important thing is. So as long as they are safe, that makes me happy. For the holidays, though, if you are having a rough time, and I know it's kind of, you don't want to ask a friend, especially during the holidays, if you can stay over. But if you get to that point, I don't imagine a friend is ever going to feel like you are a burden, or your children are a burden, or whoever it is, if it's for your safety. Do not be afraid. Do not feel ashamed. None of that. If you do need to ask a friend to stay, just whatever, you know, because that's important. And most friends should want to help you. And chances are your friends know that it's happening, and you may say, like, no, they don't know, I hide it really well. Chances are they still know. And personally, I know that friends will want to help, especially if you do have kids, because I was definitely afraid having 3 kids. No one would want to help me. Thankfully, people did. So, but yeah, that's always an option. It's also a good reminder that you should not accept anything less. If you do not like how someone, maybe they, just simple things like they hugged you too hard. If you express how you are feeling and they do not pay attention, that's a them problem. And should not, you shouldn't settle for it. No. Your safety matters. Ah. Whoa. Cool. Whew. Studies suggest that there is a relationship between intimate partner violence and depression and suicidal behavior. So, if you didn't know and you think you may be feeling this way, it's unfortunate and I empathize with you, but I mean, it's normal. Between 2003 and 2008, 142 women were murdered in their workplace by their abuser. I don't know what women need to do to be more safe because it's obviously an abuser problem and somehow or another it's not getting through to them. But, you know, hopefully one day that will change. Hopefully soon. Man. I kind of do want to know what everyone's getting, like, if you have kids. What are you getting your kids for Christmas? Or your significant other? Your mom, your dog, like what, whoever you like in your family, or if you don't like and you're just getting them stuff, you know, whatever. Because I have no clue what I'm getting my kids. I mean, my daughter wants like LOLs, so I guess that's a pretty easy. She's 6, so I'll get her that, I guess. Not too bad. The candy, yeah. I got the candy. I love glitter. I'm such a child when it comes to glitter. Two. Eee. I'm gonna get glitter everywhere now. Yay! Got the candy. Oh no! I've lost my eyeliner. How unfortunate. I'm an unfortunate soul. Ooh, ooh. Are you it? Well, you're not my favorite one, but I guess whatever. Man. Eee. Okay. Oh. Mm. Okay. There's that. I got the candy, yay! Hmm. Ugh. No. Alright, whatever. Oi. Hmm. E. If you guys think I'm weird for doing this, well, my kids broke it, so I wasn't just gonna buy a new one. Gosh, I'm cheap. I'm gonna burst out. Got that candy. All right, let's look crazy. Hmm.